What's happening? I'm Isaiah Coleman, and this is Masculinity Monday, brought to you by The Connected. I am the curator of The Connected, and I just am so thankful and so appreciative that you decided to tune in to this week's episode of Masculinity Monday. Today, I want to talk to you about a very, very important topic, a topic that will impact and influence your chances of success, your chances of living a healthy life, mentally, emotionally, physically, even financially, all of the leads, man. And this topic involves your tribe. This topic involves your tribe. So, as a man, as a healthy man, as a positive man who exemplifies healthy masculinity, we always got to be mindful of who we're learning our habits from, who we're learning our morals from, how we navigate life, what we stand on, what's the foundation of our life. And after a certain age, we stop we stop putting so much weight on what our parents tell us and what the adults in our life tell us, and we start listening more to our peers, and we start following more what our peers are doing, what they're saying, how they're living their lives. And that's all well and good because there's a lot of learning that needs to take place. There is a lot of growth that needs to take place as a young person. But as a man, you have to realize at some point that the way you're living life, it's either serving you or it's either hurting you. All right. And if you're going to practice masculinity, again, you got to have the men around you who are living their life in a righteous way, living a virtuous life, living a life that stands on morals, that has standards. And I want to tell you just a quick story about a person in my life who's very vocal about how I impact them in their life and just the way that I move and the decisions that I make and the things that I'm a part of. And this individual happens to be my cousin, and he and I have bonded and have connected over the last, I'd say, month or so in the gym. And I hit on this in one of I can't remember, it was a Fatherhood Friday video or another Masculinity Monday video. But me and my cousin, man, we chop it up. And while we're working out, we have some great conversations that relate to our masculinity, that relate to our ability to be fathers, that relate to our manhood. And it's a blessing. I mean, like it's a breath of fresh air when you're able to talk to a man about, how you truly feel about certain things, whether it be with your relationship with your lady, how you feel about your parenting, how you look at, just how you used to move and how far you've come. And I'm just so grateful that there are men in my life like my cousin. There are other men in my life who I can have real intimate conversations with about substance, about real things, about how we feel about real things in this world, how we want to move forward. What do we see for ourselves? What do we see for our families? And I feel, again, it's so important that we're wise and that we are good discerners when it comes to choosing those people. I'm sure you've heard the old cliche, if you hang around 5 millionaires or 5 wealthy people or 5 healthy people, mentally, emotionally, physically people, you'll be the 6th, right? And the same goes the other way. If you hang around energy drainers, if you hang around poop butts, as my mom would say, if you hang around bums and folks who don't have a plan for their lives, you're also going to become the 6th. So it's super important as us men that we put ourselves out there. We can't do it alone. Another just cliche, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And men need a tribe. Men need people around them who are going to support them, who are going to check them when they're not doing the right things. And the only way that's going to happen, or the only way that's going to, again, happen or take place in your life is if you put yourself out there. If you're honest with who you are, if you're connected with who you are, and you share that with the world, I guarantee you real will recognize real, and you'll start building your tribe. You'll start building and having people in your circle who will benefit your life, who will be there for you, who will support you, and who will be real in return. So I hope this helps somebody. I'm Isaiah Coleman, man. I hope this really, really helps somebody. Again, this is Masculinity Monday, and we're building healthy masculinity. We want to build positive masculinity. We want to build masculinity that is the definition of what it means to be a man. And again, how we treat our family, how we treat our responsibilities, how we provide, how we protect, how we feel, how we talk about certain things, who we follow, what we allow in our lives, boundaries, etc. All right. Hey, I'm Isaiah Coleman. This is Masculinity Monday. Thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, holla at me, like, follow, subscribe, and of course, peace out.